Yeah, Anna's got the ones with the furry insoles, bro.
Yeah, but so I can live with that with a female. They get cold feet, you know, but want to be comfy.
I could never wear them. Like I could never wear Ugg boots.
Yeah, my dad used to wear them like work boots. Kind of was disgusting.
Yeah,
they reeked.
Sweat up, bro.
Oh, he'd go down and hose the pub out, bro, with the fire hose with Ugg boots on, and they'd be like those
saturated
half leg high ones, like
yeah.
And dude, like 3/4. I mean, how are they so far wet? Like, how are they so wet that far up?
They soak up, bro.
Yeah, it makes me sick.
Yeah. There's did you see me and Roasty going at it on Instagram?
Yeah, I did have a fucking chuckle about that. I had to call you. It was that funny.
Every time give us a bit of context.
Every time I kept fucking looking at it, it made me laugh again.
Was this on your personal Instagram or was it on your mates?
No, on personal, bro. It's all good.
Because you were banned on Facebook, you were like, oh, I know where I can get him.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, he put this up, and it's clearly all fucking bait. But do you want me to play the video, Ben?
Sure.
So we can get Brad's comment for context, I suppose.
But banter begin. The squads have been announced. New South Wales versus Queensland. 10 days of banter. Let's go. Now, I just want to point out, despite some of these players for Queensland not being born in Queensland, they're all eligible, and I have no issue with that. New South Wales has the same. Maxi King, born in England. Found that out this morning. Amazing. But I just want to run through a few things here. We've got WA, PNG, New Zealand, Orange, New South Wales. I was born closer to the border than Tino. We've got New Zealand.
Yeah, copyrighted from us.
Yeah, I know.
No, you're
not being born in Queensland. Should they rename the squad to Queensland/rest of the world just to accurately represent
Queensland?
I just thought
nice.
That may be a thought that they might want to do.
I mean, we can't really talk, can we?
No.
Blues are half Samoa and Polynesia.
Yeah, but at least they're from the state though. Like they're born there. They only got Samoan heritage. Their parents are from that.
But we sort of had this debate in the chat as well that even though I'm from New Zealand, I claim to be from Australia at these days. Like if I go overseas, and people go, "Oh, where are you from?" I'll say Australia. So that because I probably sound more like an Aussie than a Kiwi.
And you don't want to tell them you're from Huntley.
Like, yeah, that's a real reason. You know, my mannerisms and stuff is probably more. I'm going to say it's more Aussie because I was never this racist back in New Zealand.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Back to Roasty.
Well, I couldn't let that fucking slip, man.
Of course, mate.
It's stinky bait, but I had to fucking buy it. I can't even. What did I say, Jason? I can't even remember.
So you said
I was in a rage.
So you said. Keep hating, bro. New South Wales got short memories. And he goes, correct. Roasty said, correct. Remember last year? I only remember last year, raising the shield in Queensland.
Nice. Bit of back and forth.
Yeah, and then Brad's like, keep it coming, G. We feed off it. I dare you to say worst Queensland team ever. Then I jumped in and said, you're from the Tweed, bro. And then he's like, I live here. Aren't you from New South Wales and live on the Gold Coast? Glass houses champ.
Nice.
And then the Joker's RS1 jumps in and says, worst Queensland team ever. Now what you going to do, Gimp?
And bro, when you're bantering, right, like Gimp is like up there. You know what I mean?
It's up with Champ, I reckon.
It's higher than Champ, I reckon.
Yeah,
bro,
it's almost getting
like
a bud.
because it's like almost like offensive. Like, you know what I mean? Like Champ is people
Gimp.
take offense to Champ, but
He's
when you're
put a
calling
bit of-
someone a Gimp, it's like almost personal sort of thing.
It's
And I was like-
premeditated.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, this guy's starting at the top. I was like, I got to try and match his energy, right? But you can't, you know, it's banter. You can't fucking be actually abusive.
I mean, to be fair, you set him up for that. You should have been better, bro. You should have had something ready to go because.
Dude, I thought I was bantering with Jason and Roasty, bro.
Yeah, this guy just come and drive by his Brad.
Love it. I'm pretty sure it's Tim Price's burner.
Probably.
Joker.
But then Brad fires back at Jokers and he's like, I ain't gonna do shit. I don't play for Queensland, son. But if you know, what? But if you know what happened last time and that narrative got passed around, cheers, muscles. And then I hit Brad with glass houses, ? Using Madge quotes. Nice. And then I put 2 blue love hearts. And then some random cunt just jumps in and he goes, no one's using any quotes from that bum. We hold 11 more shield than yous. And he spelled use Youse. So he's definitely from Queensland.
Yeah. From Rockhampton, that guy. But
we don't know him.
Like I hit him with the muscles, right? And I was like,
Was that your return to Gimp?
Yeah, and I was like, Man, like I was so underwhelmed with my response, and then this cunt rings me.
Dude, you just solidified yourself as a gimp by calling him muscles.
Yeah, I know, bro. Well, he started at the top, and I was like, "What's more offensive?" I was like, I couldn't think of anything, bro. And I was like,
So you complimented him.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, he just sends a photo, photo of him flexing.
Anyway, what's his name? Joker.
Joker RS1.
Bro, I'm pretty sure he's in your DMs just...
Yeah, bro. He's breathing over me. Yeah.
I reckon he's
Stay down, boy.
I reckon he's just sleeping easy, bro. He's not even going to think about it again.
So that could be what's just happened there. Could be an exact enactment of what's going to happen when Queensland versus New South Wales.
Someone's going to get gimped out.
Someone's going to be muscles and someone's going to be a gimp.
Who's the winner in that though?
Well, speaking of the comment section, boys, they've been on fire lately, and we posted some content over TikTok and Instagram, specifically the Jacob Liddell runaway try against Ezra Mam. And I thought it was going to go big because of the circumstances that were all around the league. But one guy commented, and once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it, and he said, aside from the running, this bloke's got a lot of Shervo about him.
Really?
What I want to show you is...
I know what you mean by Shervo.
Oh, yeah. It was a fucking good comment, bro.
Jacob Little, not so little.
Very, yeah, Jacob Big.
Jacob well endowed. Let's have a look.
Ready? So, again, for all of our... You guys, hold the phone, because you're going to... And your jaws. Make sure you... when it goes to slow-mo.
Okay, it's panning down.
Yeah.
The hog's
Once
got back and forth.
Yeah, bro, it's bouncing, it's flicking around, doing a helicopter, all sorts, because you're doing a big goosey.
He wasn't actually doing a goosey. He was just trying to kick it back into his jocks, bro.
It was just getting comfortable.
Yeah.
But once old mate said that in the comment section, could not unsee it. There was also another comment, and it was said, can run down a family, but not Liddell.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Oh, I'm all for it.
Did you say
Hilarious, but fucked.
all the memes too?
Yeah,
like
not funny for the family,
No.
and that
But I feel like it's been long enough to
surely,
joke about now.
surely.
9 weeks or 10 weeks.
I'm
Suspended.
sure Mams fucking copped it from all of his mates. You know what I mean?
Well, did you see that one? It was like someone did an AI. It's like Ezra Mam going in for his first try, and he's like crashing a car into the Dragons players and then putting the try down outside the car.
Fucking
the
hell.
ball down, sorry.
I saw the one of them at training, like rocking up to training. And it was a similar thing.
Yeah, I had one as well, but it was it's like, oh no, down goes Reynolds, and it's Ezra Mam crashing into him to get his spot back.
Oh, yeah. I did see another one where it was Payne Haas with the ice on his leg and Pat Carrigan with the busted lip, and was like, Mam's finally back.
Alrighty,
But
boys.
I was speaking of Mam, bit of a slap on the wrist, obviously. Marty Tapau
Oh,
getting dropped for an Instagram like.
Yeah, there must be more to that.
Like,
There's gotta be
you know, if that is that the same fucking franchise? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're looking at the same bloke that's giving out these punishments.
Yeah.
Or,
What's
picking
is
and
that just
choosing
a
favoritism.
convenient
'Cause-
excuse to get rid of Marty?
Well, he also sucked off Ezra at the press conference. Don't get me wrong, Ezra played really, really well. He played, he's probably one of the Broncos' best. He called him a silver lining. And
I think he was best
I
on
think
night,
I think he
to
was.
be honest, in a losing team.
But at the same time as well, I think there's a lot, like, Pat Carrigan's effort with his lip hanging off, for example, is a pretty
Did you see the headbutt?
warranted. Was
that?
that what happened?
Yeah. So he got out of I think he played the ball right on the line. There was like 2 minutes to go, and as he stood up after playing the ball, the marker's going to come out, and he's just fucking hit his lip like straight on the top of his corner of his that sort of round bit of his head.
Who do you know who it was? Surely
no.
he had a split in his head.
No, nothing,
a couple
bro.
of teeth
Nothing.
or something.
I don't know. All those Dragon players kind of look the same,
They've all got
Like apart from like the names but the rest of them are just like fucking NPCs for me. But,
Basically, yeah.
They're blonde, like
They're
little
all blonde, yeah.
farmers. Like,
They're all-
blonde with a fade, bro.
yeah, big head,
yeah,
white.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So obviously going back to the comments that were made about Marty Tapau and being sacked, I think it's fair to say that was completely unwarranted.
Yeah.
There's got to be some more to it, but I guess the headline with which it was around was Elijah Taylor posting the video on Madge's training methods and pre-season and the way that he sort of carries throughout the season. I want to know your boys' thoughts. What are your thoughts on that whole pre-season camp? Do you think it's too much?
Nah, I reckon he's changed it. Like from when he had South, because that was where a lot of those people were saying it was pretty hectic in the South days. But then he just had the Kiwis and won with them, and I didn't hear anyone complaining then.
I think with rep sides, it's a little bit different too. You're not looking for a full preseason camp.
You still got to get the boys pumping and gelling, so you're going to be putting them through their
So
paces.
it's probably you put them in 3/4 preseason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not the intents of what we've heard the stories of Madge's preseason.
But you think he would like change it up? Like it hasn't. It worked.
I think you would learn from a lot of these things.
Well, it worked for Origin too. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but that's what I mean. That's the next one, and he did it over in the Super League. He won a comp over there too.
So I think rep sides really benefit from his style of coaching. But during the actual season, what are your thoughts? Like,
well, you look at
they started hot, bro. You know what I mean? They started
but peaking
hot.
early, bro.
Yeah, possibly.
But I mean,
and a lot of injuries now coming up, and guys offering to retire early, i.e., Adam Reynolds.
Well, I think that's salary cap squeeze, so he
I
can
know.
keep his after playing career job at Broncos.
So he can keep playing even though he's retired.
No, like they'll. It's like the Roosters. You know, the Roosters give
Oh, so
everyone
he-
jobs,
yeah,
so he'll
yeah.
have a coaching role if he stays at the Broncos. But if he fucks off, he can't cut and goes to another club to get another season or two in. He can't come back to Brisbane.
I'll tell you what, it'd be a handy thing for Brisbane to have Reno fucking sitting around teaching
100%.
halves.
Yeah,
you know what I
100%,
mean? After
bro.
his career.
One of my mates brought up a pretty good point, and I completely forgot about it. But Madge's pre-seasons retired the likes of Greg Inglis, Sam Burgess.
Yeah, but how old were those guns?
Yeah, they weren't as old as you think. Like they weren't closer to
early
they weren't,
30s.
Yeah, early 30s. You know, guys that are still running around now.
Yeah,
later
this-
than what
that's
these
10 years ago.
Yeah, but again, I think these you look at the bro, you forget that Sam Burgess ran out for that grand final, did his shoulder in the opening minute. Madge, he came off the field, whatever. They jabbed him up full of needles and told him to get the fuck back out.
You think that
there.
was Matt? No,
And then he went out
wouldn't
and
have
came
been
out the next
Madge's
season,
decision,
bro.
bro.
He
That
stayed
would
out. He stayed out there with a
that's-
broken eye, bro. You think he's playing?
That's
doing
Sam.
that?
I know he's mental, but
Sam.
you've also got the reason why I bring that sort of situation up is because I was watching the press conference and he was speaking about Pat Carrigan's lip and the way that he underplays Pat Carrigan's lip. I'm like, did you fucking see the video that we saw, bro? So I'll just quickly.
he might not have seen him by that.
But was it? Yeah, that's another thing. But they were saying,
Bro, you don't downplay your players like that, though.
No, but they were
They
saying
downplay everything, bro.
They were saying broken
never say,
jaw, but-
yeah, they never say, "Oh, nah, he's fucked."
No, but if it's
You know what I mean?
another coach, it's like, you can, bro. You got the bye next week. You're not hiding nothing. He's going
they
to play
never do.
Origin, so it's like, oh yeah, Pat Carrigan. He copped a bit of a split to the lip. Like it's he's gonna be looking at a little bit of time in hospital, but he'll be right for Origin, whatever it is. But the way that he says this, it's not the way that I really.
So we've got Origin coming up. We saw Pat Carrigan with blood spitting out of his jaw area, and then Solomon Cobbo with his wrist.
Yeah, they're okay. Yeah, Paddy just had a bit of a split in his mouth.
Just a bit of a split in his mouth.
What's wrong with that?
A bit of a split, bro. His fucking lip was hanging off.
Bro, they're fucking football players.
Guarantee
Yeah.
he's seen worse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
Exactly, but that makes me think that
wasn't Bilal's
his
lip,
mindset.
bro.
No. But
Yeah.
this is where I'm coming full circle with this. So this is what makes me think that he's not necessarily changed his methods, his mindset, or again, he's won premierships being this hard ass coach. So he's not gonna learn from what we call mistakes in terms of making players play on with injuries and things like that.
I think
Because-
that's why he was hired though, because they came from Kevy, who was a
Soft.
the
I
boys'
agree.
boy, right?
100%,
And
yeah.
they were like, "We need a hard ass motherfucker to come in."
Is this
sort
the
him
answer
out.
though?
Well,
They look better than they looked last year. That's
yeah.
what I can say.
Yeah. I would say it's a success so far. Guys get injured, bro.
But I
Guys
don't
get
think,
injured.
I think you're looking too deep into that comment, bro. They're not going to fucking go, oh, no, his face is fucked. Like, he's got to get reconstructive surgery. Like, he's not going to overblow it either. Like, I think that's fine saying that.
He posted it on his Instagram story, obviously. Yeah, put
Oh, yeah,
trigger
yeah.
warning for viewers. So
Yeah.
it's obviously not fucking just
it's graphic.
a little
But have
cut.
you
cut.
ever had a fucking bust up or broken an arm or broken something and gone,
Yeah, but I
"Oh,
haven't had half my lip hanging off my face, bro.
But you
I
always
can
play.
imagine.
You even play it down when it's yourself. You're just like, oh yeah, fuck, just did this, and then someone's like, what? And then you're like, ugh, like fucking people
Yeah.
freak out.
Yeah,
I think it's just, I think there was not much.
I
in
see
that.
where you're coming from, Benny, but I think that's just
It just concerns me in terms of the coaching methods that he's got going on, and it doesn't look like anything's changed from the Tigers' days where, again, players were trained too hard and they didn't want to play for him. And especially when you lose a couple of these games like this, you bust your ass all year, all preseason, all along, fighting through injuries and shit like that, only to lose some games like this against some they should be winnable games. So I reckon that would annoy and frustrate the Broncos even more as well. Saying that because they would be like, we fucking work so hard. Why are we losing?
Well, they should be frustrated because they had 12 on the field and let
they scored twice.
Sorry, St. George had 12 on the field and scored twice against the Broncos. So that they should be fucking frustrated because that's fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
But what was the other fucking thing on that? Oh yeah, Cobbo did actually break his wrist too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's out for a little bit.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah,
It's a fucking broken wrist. No,
it's fractured wrist, bro.
Yeah, he's also not all right, but anyway.
A fracture.
In Madge's eyes, he's all right. But
okay, what would you rather? Would you rather bust a lip or blow an ACL?
I'm not.
Exactly.
I never said I don't have to use extremities. I'm just saying in the circumstances, it's not the best look when they've had all the shit that's gone on throughout the week.
Guys can come back from a fractured wrist in 2 weeks.
Well, what was that?
Fracture's worse than broken. Broken, you can come back after.
No,
I think 2 weeks.
A fracture is just a little
Like a hairline
crack.
Yeah.
Break is like snapped in half.
That's when you get your 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, when you got to get plates and shit.
Yeah.
But what was that? Was it Joey Manu who done his hand? He was back in like fucking 3 weeks. Was that last year
even,
when he palmed that cunt off and you heard it pop?
This year, Jerome Hughes done his hand.
Yeah, what was it, 3 weeks?
I think it might have been 2.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hands are piss, I reckon.
Yeah.
But needle it up, boy.
But yeah, fucking old Marty Tapau, rough end of the stick, obviously.
Do you think it's because with Reynolds coming out and saying he's going to have to look at retiring because they can't get him in the cap? They're just trying to make some money?
No, because I think that it was made before that article came out.
But do you think that he might have said something to him before they went out with the article, though? Like, he might have let...
Marty Tapau seemed pretty taken back by it all. You know, he's had time to now... Because, again, he could be transparent with them and be like, they didn't tell me anything, or they pulled me into the office, they told me something, it's all good. But it just seems like they caught him off guard. So I don't think that they had any pre-work.
You know who wasn't taken back or caught off guard? Elijah Taylor. The bite back, hey?
Yeah, good on him too. Yeah, sticking up for Marty.
That was a good video. I mean, well
he's actually got a lot of really good content.
Does he?
Yeah, your boys should be watching him, bro. He's got really good playmaking and good eyes for the game.
Yeah, right. I've never followed him, but yeah,
he's a bit out there with his sunnies and all his fucking R2D2 looks and shit. But there's really good value behind it, and I love how he fast tracks his voice, so he's not taking ages to speak, so he just gets straight to the point. So
we need that for me.
Oh, I do. You ever noticed?
Yeah. You're sped up, bro. You're 1.5 times.
Yeah. So it takes me so long to edit. All right, let's get on into our intro. G'day, mates. Welcome back to another episode of Your Mates Podcast. Today's episode is a very special one. We are going to preview the upcoming State of Origin teams that have just been announced. We'll also talk a little bit about their headlines and go into some of the previous things that have happened over the weekend. But before we do, just a quick shout out to our sponsors that keep the lights on. Jason, if you want to have a nice cold lager, mate, what are you going for?
Brouhaha's, mate.
Brouhaha's. Or if you want like a bit of a malty taste, what else are you going for?
Oh, malty. Probably. What was the one we had last week? This bad boy. Oh, no, it's not the
the
one.
red rye.
Yeah, that
the
was
red
good.
rye was
Red rye was actually delicious. I was telling people about it on Friday night, actually.
Doing the good God's work.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, I wish I had some fucking brouhahas here. I didn't have beer all night, and my mate buys me a beer. Garbage.
Yeah.
I didn't even drink it.
Obviously wasn't a brouhaha.
The red rye is a limited release, so if anyone wants to sink your taste buds into that,
oh yeah, get onto it quick.
Get down to Brouhaha Breweries up in Mullaney or Baringa, or jump on to www.brouhahabrewery.com and
.au.
Thank you. And look up the strongest list and find out where you can find some at your nearest bottler.
We'll be sort of taste testing a couple of new flavors again later on in the next pod, so stay tuned for that. Just another quick shout out to the legends over at Apex Ad Agency as well.
Yes, sir. Apex Ad Agency jumped on just in time for us during our boxing premiere. Got us some shirts. If you want to level up your business, maybe you need to level up your website. Maybe people are complaining that it's not so good or it's hard to navigate. The guys over at Apex Ad Agency will help you sort your business out and level up.
Yo.
Is that the catchphrase, level up?
I don't think so.
It is
I
now.
don't mind it.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was because I think you've used it on each ad. but I like it. Though.
Yeah.
I'm not dissing it. I like it. I was like, is that actually like their little, like fucking your mates? Fucking
They're gonna quickly put that on
talking shit, like whatever.
Yeah. Well, they are helping us level up. So if you want to level up too, hop over to apexadagency.com.
Yo. All right, boys, let's get on into the team lists. They've just been dropped. We'll probably go for the New South Wales one first because we'll go in sequence from top to bottom.
Real quick though, can we fucking just get them to do an event and do it at the same time?
Yes, dude.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right, so what I want is like, because you've seen it done in the draft and the NBA,
That's all
NFL,
it needs to
NBA,
be.
everything like that. Just this could be bigger than the Dally M's, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know.
If you make the Origin, because you got the whole country watching, not just the 2 states where Dally M's, I don't know about, I haven't watched the last 5 in a row, and I'm fucking do a podcast on it.
Yeah.
But you could make this bigger than Dally M because the nation stops for Origin. They all want it. You all want to know who the team names are, who the team lists are, and you could easily just roll them out. You could do your halves first and have the halves come out on stage. Give a little spiel about what it means for them to play for the jersey. You could do some highlights at the beginning, some highlights at the end. There's so many different ways that you could do it. It doesn't have to be a Dally M format, or there's no specific way. It has to be better than putting it on the Matty John show as a still image or Michael Chalmers leaking it.
I think the leak ones are the annoying
disgusting.
bits.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, Chalmers got it wrong.
He's the Ariel Helwani of the fucking NRL.
I like it when he gets like sneaky goss, but
Leave
team
the big
list,
ones
get
that
the-
everyone's waiting for.
Yeah, get out of it. But
Wait for the official ones.
yeah, like what I would like them to do is go like 1 to 17 or 1 to 20 or whatever, and then as they come out, they get their jerseys.
Yeah, Jersey
Oh,
Prezzo.
Jersey Prezzo.
So it'd be like, and then they can do their, used to do the old intros for the players on the games. That'd be like, fucking Stephen Crichton, St. Clair Comets. Like they come out and like say where their State of Origin team
Reece
was.
Robson.
Yeah.
Moolumbar Mustangs.
Is that actually his team?
I don't know.
Oh, well, anyway, but like that, like that'd be sick. And you
Mullen
could
Bimby.
imagine having both the fucking squads standing up there on the thing. Like I get it
Yeah.
might be hard when you got players that are only just finishing if they did it Sunday night, but do it Monday night. There's nothing on.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
So,
and there's nothing more underwhelming than a team list reveal when it's done on social media
Yeah.
or where it's just put in front of your face. Like
Yeah.
there needs to be broadcasting, and like I said, you're going to capture the entire nation.
And you know
because
it'd be sick
everyone waits
too
for it.
because Channel 9 has the rights just for the Origin game. You could have fucking Fox and Channel 9 trying to outdo each other because you think of the legends that they've got from Channel 9 and then the same for Fox. Like, bro, it could be a fucking great little
Competitive
fucking
edge.
earner for them for views and all sorts of shit. Or even run it live on socials. Let the NRL do it. Have it on socials, bro. They'd fuck
That's what I reckon they should do. Just like
Imagine how many views you'd
just
have,
like
bro.
how UFC just goes live.
Yeah.
With their presses and shit. They just go live, bro.
Imagine fucking PVL coming
the
out.
guy.
PVL coming out like Dana White. Hey guys, what's up? We got the New South Wales Blues team here. Just screaming it at the fucking phone, and then that's it, bro. But yeah, it needs to be done better. I think there's a massive window there, and they're just not using it. Anyway, do you want me to go through a team?
Yeah,
Ben?
mate.
So New South Wales, we got Dylan Edwards, Stephen Crichton, Latrell Mitchell, Zach Lomax, Mitch Moses, Nathan Cleary, Mitch Barnett, Reece Robson, Payne Haas, Liam Martin, Angus Crichton, Isaiah Yeo, captain, Connor Watson, Spencer Lenu, Huddy Young, Max King. And reserves, Campbell Graham, Stefano Ikamanu, and Hamole Olakawatu.
Why are you sweating for, bro?
I'm not sweating.
You
You're
sweat?
sweating.
No, you're breathing heavy and you're
is that
sweating,
scarf
bro.
too hot, bro?
You
Too
look
tight?
nervous, G.
Well,
this
that
ti-
team just shake your shit jocks.
Yeah.
The scarf is too tight.
Ah,
But
it's probably because you're a gimp.
it's not why I'm sweating, bro. Actually, the hands are quite sweaty at the moment. But
Let's run through the official spine first. We'll go from 9, 1, 6, and 7.
Right, so-
it's sort of what we thought was going to be.
Yeah, Dylan Edwards, I wasn't surprised on. People saying he's down on form a little bit, but now he's had the bye before going into camp. I think that'll do him a world of wonders as well. So happy with that. Did we both say Moses and Cleary 6 for Moses, 7 Clears?
Yep.
Yeah,
we
sick.
agreed on that.
Robson was already a lock, I feel, as well. So
Yep. Did you have any thoughts on that?
opposing
thought.
that's basically exactly what I expected it to be. Yeah, I don't see.
I mean, Appy made a good fucking push in that last game, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the team's going a bit more of a different option. But
Well,
with him being like
Watson's a bigger body, can play more positions.
oh, I meant like for starting 9 though.
yeah. Oh,
for Appy.
over Robson.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, but I just mean like because he was a starter a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Are the Tigers unaffected?
Yes.
They would be, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very lucky to keep those rep players that they brought over in the season. I guess.
I think they've got a bye this week.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
because I think that the NRL predicted that there was going to be a few Origin rep players.
Well, they do this every year. They have the big bye rounds.
Of course, yeah.
Half the game.
But they don't. There's a reason why the Titans are playing this weekend.
No, they're not.
That was a joke. Fuck it. I didn't even know if they actually were. I was hoping they weren't, but
they're not.
Yeah.
And they're also missing their fucking Tino, Mo,
True.
and Fermor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's our muscle.
Just quickly on the spine again. Pretty happy with that. I think that Tedesco. I think Pappenhausen was. Again. He's been in emerging squads and things like that lately, but I don't think that he was ever really in anyone's final. I
don't think
fullback.
I don't think he suits the team though. Like because he likes the ball play more. Like he's not like a meter eater like Edwards or Tedesco.
You don't want to see that
carries.
flashy stuff like that. That seems like what they've gone with. They're not. They want, like you said, team guys. No flashy guys.
Could you imagine
what Origin's
happy
about.
with Moses and Cleary, bro? It'd be too many chefs in the kitchen for me.
Well, like on what we just said, no flashy stuff. You can't have Luai if you want that team thing.
But you say that, but then he did it last year.
Yeah, I know.
It's like he's the one I feel the worst for because like I think maybe going to the Tigers might have.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because what's happened to Happy when
It's
he went to the
nothing-
Tigers, he hasn't been an Origin.
There's
since.
nothing to do with Luai's performances this year.
I think he's been good.
His
He's-
last game.
Yeah,
was
but has he
horrible.
been Penrith good? Like,
Yeah, I would say
as consistently
probably
good.
the 64-0 doesn't fucking help, but
No, I just in the consistency realm of it, he's had, don't get me wrong, probably 50% of his games have been decent, and maybe one or two where he's actually gone really well. But I think just the consistency lacks in his game at the Tigers. And again, it's not necessarily him.
do you think he's playing? Do you think he's doing what he did at Penrith? He's playing second fiddle to Galvin, letting Galvin
I don't even think it's
get
that.
his runs on the board.
Yeah, I think that he is a better 5'8", developed into a better 5'8" than he would be a halfback in my opinion. But he's still got, more time to change my mind with that. And
But
He did it for Samoa, remember?
The thing is, he knows the game so well.
But he's not.
Yeah,
he doesn't construct the game to a fucking like Cleary's got it on.
He's
a string,
not. He's not a general like Cleary or Moses.
game manager.
But or Reynolds. But he
can definitely do a job. But
Yeah.
Well, my only surprise. I mean, it's not a surprise because of the narrative that's been that we've been hearing for the last week or so. But May not in the side. Barnett run on.
Yeah, I like it actually.
Well, last week
You look at what he's been doing without Fish.
But last week you were saying to me, there's no way that May would start over him because Barnett's so effective off the bench.
Yeah, but I also said you have a May and Spenny come off the bench together would be sick.
Yeah, are you living in the past, bro?
Oh, well, bro. No, I'm just trying to hold people accountable.
But if there's
It can
all
easily
this,
be,
But if there's all this shit coming out, right? Like they've obviously seen something that we haven't. And like I said in the chat too, that it's like because it's Queensland, it's like in Queensland, it's fucking Suncorp, it's game one, like. It might be like a bit much for him. Like I definitely think he'll be there again. But
I think it's the whole what you were saying earlier. He doesn't fit in with the squad, and when you look at the squad, you've got a couple of Roosters players in there with Crichton and Watson. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of bad blood
with the players though.
Possibly, bro. Yeah. I think so.
But then you can say that though, but then you got all the Westies in there because he came through Penrith.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
You were sucking off Appy and said that you felt sorry for Luai, but you forget Terrell May's been carrying the fucking team. He's been doing the majority of that work where they're hanging in those tight games. And out of all the people I feel sorry for, again, Terrell May, nothing speaks more than on the field, than your performances. And he's by far been more dominant than Payne Haas in the opening 10 rounds of the game. And again, he's not getting a jersey
if he did have,
he's not even in the extended squad. I can't get my head around.
If he did have a tiny chance of making the team,
he killed it.
He killed it by saying what he said on his live stream, saying "Burn you Blues jersey, I'm changing." What was it?
Changing allegiances.
Changing allegiances.
But later on,
anyone with a sense of humor is going to fucking.
Yeah.
He's talking to fucking
he's
middle
talking to his
schoolers,
mates
bro. Like
on shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Like people, they're not. It's not his teammates and coaches watching that fucking live stream.
But
and then someone clips it up, sends it to fucking the media, and the media blows it up. Like, I don't think it's as that.
But I think maybe that sort of attitude, like that underlying, oh, fuck you then.
Yep.
That's what it is. It's fuck you
and
then.
rightly so. I think he deserves to be able to have that attitude because fuck the rest of you. He's been
he
playing
does,
unreal.
but he shouldn't be on a live stream voicing it to the world.
But at that live stream went for about 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
So later on, when people were like talking to him in the chat and he's talking to his boys, he's like saying how he hopes New South Wales absolutely pumps the shit out of Queensland.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
But
So-
they've only
so
shown
it's
they've
just
only
like-
shown
It's banter. And
They've
He's
only
in that
sh-
moment.
It's a
but they've
live
only
stream,
they've only
yeah.
showed the bit that shows the bad light of him.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel bad for him, but at the same time, I'm just like,
Look,
why'd you have to say that?
Why'd you have to
shit?
say it? Yeah, because he still would have had a chance to fuck, and like,
Yeah.
and like the whole I think it was Daly came out and said he's got like defensive issues or is a defensive liability or something like that, and then he goes out fucking on the weekend, makes 63 tackles and doesn't miss one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was a statement.
Yeah.
I think from May,
And
he's-
you know there can be runaway, breakaway tries and stuff like that, but it's the 63 tackles that you don't always see. And those type of stats that I don't know about. I don't know about you, but that's who I want as a front rower on the fucking game day.
Because where you were saying, people have been saying he's a stat patter.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And if you're taking all the runs, if you're taking a run or 2 runs every fucking set of 6, I get it. You could be called that, but you can't be a stat patter in tackles. You're not stealing tackles.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah. You're the one getting it.
So, and if and their whole thing was it's a defensive liability. He's just fucking blown that out of the
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
But he fucking ruined the whole thing by saying what he said. And yes, it was a joke or fucking banter or whatever with his mates. But
Yeah.
he shouldn't have done it and fucking...
You say that shit with the boys, not on a fucking live stream.
Yeah, exactly. And
I've said worse.
because he probably could have fucking... Laurie Daly might have saw that fucking performance and went, you know what? Fucking, I've got to fit him in somewhere.
But
Well,
I'm not upset with Max King though.
Yeah.
Because you look, he's the only legitimate forward they've got at the Dogs, and they're on top of the comp.
Just quickly, last bit on Terrell May is that if you're Queensland and he's eligible for Queensland, ain't no way Queensland aren't picking him, bro. To match Payne Haas.
I don't know. I reckon they would if he come
What
out.
you got against Terrell
If he-
May?
no,
bro?
no, if he said-
you
if he
were
came
fucking
out-
sucking him off 2
No,
weeks
if he
ago.
came in and
if he
said
come
that
out and
shit-
said that shit, bro, he would never get picked for Queensland ever.
You-
That's
Bro,
why Cobbo. I'm
it's
sure
a
that's why
live-
Cobbo didn't get picked.
Look,
Was it 2
alright.
years ago, or whatever it was?
Yeah.
I get
he
it
said
if it's
that shit
at,
about
I
Kev.
get it if it's at a press conference and he's wearing the fucking jersey and he's doing like or maybe makes a stupid Instagram post like Jerome Luai's dad or something like that. I don't think during a live stream that someone's gone and screen recorded I don't think anybody should be held accountable to that. And let alone have your fucking childhood dreams fucking be like, no wonder he's saying that shit, because he's probably like, these cunts are saying I'm a stat patter and fucking overlooking me and saying I'm not working hard enough on the field. Like, have you not fucking seen?
Did you see Laurie Daly's presser?
But
that
I
he did?
haven't heard.
didn't,
I haven't
no.
heard Laurie Daly or any of those guys come out. And
I tried
actually
to watch
say any
Billy.
of this shit.
Well,
I tried to watch Billy Slater's press conference, and you could hear nothing but fuck. I swear it was you in the background, cunt, on your fucking whippersnipper. He's just whip snipping it. Like, does someone not turn around and be like, "Oh,
bro.
shut the fuck
There's
up"? Billy
that's-
Slater's doing his.
That's
press-
sabotage. There's a fucking New South Welshman
yeah.
out there going, "Oh fuck this presser up."
Bro, that's all you heard. I was
yeah,
like,
every
fuck
time he
this.
talks, he's just like,
yeah, just revving it.
Yeah, every time the reporter talks, dead silence.
I watched Laurie Daly's presser today, and he was like dodging the Terrell stuff. Like he said, but he did say that he spoke to him. He's like, someone was like, "Yeah, did you talk to Terrell?" And he said, "Yeah, spoke to
Terrell
him."
was on his live stream.
Yeah, he's just in the comments.
talked to me
Laurie's in
through
the
his
comments
headset.
section, just baiting him to say more shit.
yeah, hey, bro, heard Loz wasn't
What's
picking you
that
because you shit, bro.
Yeah, and the username is like Laurie Daly 01. Yeah,
Yeah, Dory Laley.
For some reason, he kept calling me chat.
yeah. But so Laurie Daly, he skimmed over it, and then like they were like, "Oh, so like asking him more questions," and it was just like one worders, yes, no. Completely dodging it. Any other player that they spoke about? Can I have 1, 2, please?
Yeah, the time and effort.
brouhaha. Yeah. Oh, I'll get a little bit. Every other player, it was like a couple of sentences.
Yeah.
Really
But
happy to talk about it.
That's fair enough though, because all they're trying to do is bait him into talking more shit, bro, and then get it back to Terrell or something. Like,
But back when Laurie Daly coached New South Wales, back what was it, early 2000s or whatever,
because it was
2010s.
Yeah, 2010 to 2015 or
He,
16.
like it was like a big Roosters presence, right? And you're probably gonna fucking scold me for this, but I think that like that he's still got some sort of fucking influence coming in from the Roosters, and the whole Terrell May fucking like on the outside of the Roosters gets released, goes to Tigers, and all of that. I think there's just this underlying Roosters fucking like from Nick
Suck job.
Politis. Nick might fucking be going to Laurie like, come on, mate, like you can't fucking pick this guy. He said this, did this, like he's not a team guy. You know what I mean? You're looking for guys who want to play for the team. He plays for himself. He's a stat patter, fucking all that sort of stuff, and that might be why Freddie came out. I don't know if you've seen Freddie's fucking carry on. Freddie's fucking carry on, bro, about Terrell May. Like he's been the biggest one. And he's a Roosters suck job too, bro.
Yeah, but he's a Blues legend though, and if you you can't disrespect the jersey.
Yeah.
Why did Terrell leave the Roosters again?
Because it wasn't because of stat padding; it was because of didn't fit the culture. That's what they.
That's
reckon.
what they.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me that's fair enough because then remember we were talking about the shit with Spencer
Last week, yeah.
and they said the same when they were blowing it up like second or third week of the year or whatever, and it's like he doesn't fit in because he's a Westie and all this shit, and then he's had to come out and say so. Someone there is stirring this shit because Tyrell Mays, he's the same, or
and if
it might as well be, bro, because they fucking those Eastie cunts like we said last week.
Well, a lot of them Samoan, Polynesian, and again they have characteristics and mannerisms that all in that community.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
But-
and if I can come full circle and maybe contradict myself a little bit, right? Because
Brad's arguing with himself.
basically. But okay, so defensive issues, right? That's why Dom Young's been dropped. Okay, maybe that, and they would said, he's not in.
Also
he's not in on the culture.
But he was also a benchy at the Roosters too. He wasn't a starting.
Yeah, but saying he doesn't fit in with the culture. He's not like in the direction that we're heading. They dropped Dom Young for defensive issues. Comes out that
Well, they did the same to Cheese too. Culture shit.
Yeah, Terrell May is a defensive liability. Maybe fucking. Maybe that's why. He's fucking.
Well,
he's getting all this hate.
I still don't even think it's like any of that. I think the culture shit, all that stuff is all a load of horse shit. The stuff with Cheese, load of horse shit.
Yeah.
They're just trying to do what they fucking did when they got Cooper Cronk and just trying to build a fucking
get to DCE.
Get DCE, get these other players like Joe Manu's most likely fucking coming back because I think he's done with Japanese rugby.
Well,
they're just trying to build a cash chest to buy a premiership again, bro.
Even the way that they spoke about that Trent Robinson spoke about the DCE rumors, like just sort of like downplaying it. You're like,
He's so
you fucking look like you're just lying through your teeth, cunt. Like
couldn't
you're
couldn't lie straight in bed. The cunt.
yeah, bro. Yeah, he's just got this fucking something about him, bro.
Yeah, and if you're talking about culture, I can't see more of a big culture guy than Cheese. You know what I mean? He's
Dude.
fucking all about the boys.
Like you look.
That's his whole thing.
Just might owe you $20K or something.
Oh, fucking who cares?
You're all
Get
on
him back,
back,
bro.
mate.
Yeah.
Everyone knows how much each other earn.
Yeah, he's good for
Well,
it.
not when he comes back asking for another $20K though.
Yeah, he's getting 20K off Benny to pay back Brad.
yeah.
And I goes, he paid you back yet? And he goes, fuck, no, he still owes me 20 grand. Oh, fuck this cunt, bro.
Where's Cheese gone? Oh, down to fucking South.
Down to down to Redfern. Boys, we'll go back to the forward pack and then backtrack back to the back line because we were already talking about Terrell May, but you've obviously got Mitch Barnett, Payne Haas. Payne Haas has been ruled to.
He's clear.
Yep, cleared to
minor quad complaint. It's a week resting. So I think he's got specialist training for the first week of camp.
And then our second rowers.
Yeah, so we've got Liam Martin. I feel is always a lock anyway, and
No, he's a
Angus
second
Crichton.
rower.
Oh, good one. Got him. Right, I'll see myself out, boys.
Sorry, mate.
Nah, but yeah, I think
Yowie
even Liam Martin, his stats are never fucking off the charts. Like if you've ever had him in fantasy, he's not that good. But like fuck, he's just I feel
He's an
like
efforts guy.
yeah, he's like cattle dog, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if it was a person, that's him. I feel.
Is he 80? Is he playing 80?
Well, see, this is what shits me with this team, right? So they brought in Huddy Young.
He's on the bench.
Yeah, but we
I
have
don't know if I like that. I almost probably want him to take Crichton's spot.
no, we have no backs, bro.
No, I know.
And
This
Angus
is-
won the Wally Lewis medal.
This is
last
what I
year.
wanted to bring up too. Your 18th man.
Yeah,
You see who they picked?
yeah. What's wrong with Campbell Graham?
What do you mean? Have you not seen since Stretch has been back,
He's
bro?
a weapon,
Dude,
bro.
he's been killing it. Are you retarded?
No, definitely
What's wrong
not,
with you?
bro.
Dude,
He's a weapon.
He's like, even that fucking, what was that defense, the tackle, try save he had on the weekend was fucking insane, bro. They couldn't get
Then
off him.
also gives away 5 penalties, like stupid fucking penalties
Dude,
too.
he was
Makes
supposed
errors.
to be
He
in.
was great pre all these injuries. You know,
sternum, bro.
post these injuries, man. Like he's had. I give him sympathy votes because he's had a tough run. Other than the sympathy votes, I go based on performances. I'd rather Tom Turbo. I'd rather Matt Burton.
Did you say Turbo play on the weekend?
Busted ass.
Yeah, that's fair.
He got 2 in
but
fantasy.
I'd still have Matt
2
Burton.
points.
You got Matt Burton who can cover the halves and the centres, who can do a job there. You've also got. I would go Katoni Staggs over Campbell Graham, defensively and attack.
No way, Tony Staggs, bro.
But Campbell Graham.
But you can't talk
Dude,
about.
I'm not
bro,
talking Trell and Critter. I
But
get
you can't
those are your
talk
top
about
2.
Katoni and say
He's-
in the same breath that Campbell Graham gives away stupid penalties, bro.
I
Because
get it.
Katoni's
But
the
guess
best.
what? Katoni's been playing for the last 2 years. Stretch hasn't.
well-
Stretch has played 4
Well, he got
games
injured,
this
bro.
year,
He was
bro.
set to come in and he got injured.
Yeah, liability.
Oh my god.
Just like Tom Turbo.
Dude,
Well, he's not injured.
you guys
this
got
year, bro.
nothing.
He's
Dude,
not injured
Katoni
this
Stagg
year.
is like if he's having a shit game, bro, he's
Staggs has
literally
done the job before.
Yeah, but he's literally like a fucking turnstile, bro. He's like Val Holmes. He'll just he just spins around when people tackle him. Like,
He
tries
would
to
literally
tackle.
be playing Val Holmes.
No,
And again,
well, Val's
like-
on the wing, which is a better. That's
Oh,
I
is
think,
he?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then, we'll go back to our back line. So the centres and the wingers.
So we got Bizza. He's back. I think he'll be better now after getting a run in and then 2-week break.
If he doesn't break dance and do his hammy.
Yep.
If
okay.
I see that motherfucker dancing, bro, it's over for
Yeah,
New South
he'll
Wales
be dancing on your graves. That's why.
before the game.
Critter's back in, obviously best defensive center in the comp, but has a groin complaint. So I got to wait see what's going on there.
Can't blame Madge for that.
Nah. Trell Mitt. That's it. He's been killing it, dude.
What a game on the weekend,
He's
bro.
just fucking.
Dude, weapon.
Defensively, he impressed me. Like he's impressed me the previous weeks with his attack.
His effort-
Defensively, efforts.
His effort areas have just gone up. Like it
Besides-
happens every Origin time too. He remember he had that one game last year before game 2,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, Queensland are so fucked.
Yeah,
Like,
just
my
no way.
God, dude.
I'm pretty sure Campbell Graham was waiting for a tackle, and then Trell just came like,
Oh, that one
he
down
actually
towards the corner, bro.
Yeah, bro, that's stealing a tackle.
Yes. Stop
He's
stat
fucking
padding.
stat padding, bro. He's just trying to make himself look good.
He fucking did too.
How did he even make the side, stat padding dog? And Zach Lomax, one game back, absolutely fucking dominated.
Yeah,
So,
weapon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's
His foot. They were,
And-
commentators were saying he was limping around a
Dirty.
bit, and but he was still kicking. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And he dominated on the wing. Doesn't like playing on the wing. He's spat the dummy a couple of times, but you could argue that that's where he plays his best footy. So playing in the Blues jersey,
he was one of
out
our
there.
best last year. Like, if you don't like playing wing, I'm sorry to tell you, mate, you're a fucking winger.
Mate, yeah, and you know
you're not
what? I
playing.
think if you get a chance to pull on a fucking Origin jersey, you play where you're told.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
You know.
But he's definitely earned it though. Like I was worried to see how he's going to go, but yeah, crushed it on the weekend.
Weapon, dude.
What else we got to yarn about?
So who's the benchies then?
So we got Connor. I feel like that was going to be a given because I can't
Given.
think of a better 14
Yep.
for New South at the moment.
Yeah.
Probably even in the comp, really, or out of both of these teams, I think he's probably the best. Spencer Leniu, obviously just wrecking ball, bro. Comes on, gets his 10, 15 minutes either side of half time and just destroys.
Yep.
Huddy Young, that's the one I'm a bit like. He's a one side.
Over what? Olakawatu.
No, I would have had Keon.
Yeah. Or
'Cause
because
he-
he can play both. I
He played
guess.
both edges
Yeah.
and middle, and he's been crushed and lock, so he can play more positions.
He's a bit more dynamic, yeah.
Huddy Young's one side.
He's
only.
really unlucky to not get picked, actually, Keon, especially
He's been
after
killing
his
it,
fucking
dude.
364 meters gained
Yeah.
on fucking yesterday.
in the middle,
on
bro.
Sunday.
Like, what the fuck?
Dude,
I mean, to be fair, there were a few players who had big games that should have been in that squad over the weekend, but I felt like there was a game, I think, where I think it might have been the Titans, if they've played the Bunnies this year. I feel like they actually haven't.
no,
no,
but
not yet.
there was Keon Colamatungi, bro. Maybe it was the Raiders, and he must have been injured during that game because what I saw definitely wasn't that good. But
But he kills it though. Like he
And he's been
apparently
there before. Yeah, he can
hates
do the
playing.
job.
Hates playing in the middle.
Yeah.
But stop crushing it then, and you won't like
who does he want to play?
edge. That's his.
Yeah, he wants-
that's where he wants to play. But
Is that he's playing front row?
yeah, but see, he can play both sides.
Yeah, he
Huddy
looks
Young,
like he's put
Huddy Young
offside.
only plays left side. So unless Laurie's got a plan for him to do something to fill in. But
Yes, I know the game you're talking about. Keon fucking killed it against the Titans. I was at that game.
Oh yeah, no, but this was like last year.
That was at the end of last year. I
Yeah.
think.
It was, I think
and he was in the
scored
middle.
3.
He was in the
or
middle in
something
that
like
game too,
yeah.
eh?
I don't know, scoring
He's probably
everywhere.
on the edge. He was wearing 11.
Oh, was he?
But on
No, he was wearing 13 in that game.
Okay, this one that I saw that he had like a 21 jersey on, so he must be coming back from an injury or a
Okay.
late inclusion, and they needed him. But
But yeah, that's the only one I would probably change. But Hudson Young's been so good, so it's like fuck. And like you can't kick Angus out because he got the Wally Lewis last year. So
Yeah.
well, Queensland's side was named this morning. Have you got them handy?
yep.
They actually impressed me with their selections. Apart from one, could you guess who it might be, Brad?
Ponga.
No,
I don't know, Mo.
Trent Loiero.
Oh, well, he's...
Yeah, I was a bit thrown
no.
off by that
Did
one.
you watch that Raiders game?
Yeah.
Magic round?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
At Suncorp?
that was one game, dude. I think he's a weapon.
One game and he had fucking 8 errors.
Yeah, but then...
And lost them the game.
But
with it.
then was a fucking absolute weapon in that flogging of the Tigers.
You don't think that
And
there's a bit of
played really-
biastry with Billy assistant
yeah.
coaching down at Melbourne and watching all his
I don't
players?
think
he's
so.
I
Because he
think
brought him in
just
last year
knows.
into the squad, remember? And everyone was surprised about that too. So he's just progressed
Exactly
him.
my point.
I think he just knows what he's capable
But
of.
you know,
bro.
what Queenslanders are like. As soon as they pick someone, they always fucking step up. So
Yeah.
Billy's obviously knows he's got it about him. He wouldn't have picked him.
Leo had a great game on Sunday too.
Yeah.
Fucking weapon, man. I really
You rate
rate.
him?
I
Looking
do.
forward to seeing him?
I do. Just if he gets caught in the moment and he does that stupid shit, what he did against the Raiders, bro, then
If it's a level game with 10 minutes to go, get him off.
You know,
basically, yeah.
you know who's going to be trying to G him up, I reckon.
Who's
when
that?
he's on is Hudson Young.
Yeah.
will be he'll go
his
after it
ear,
because
bro.
of the Raiders game
Yeah.
because they were doing it to him.
Yeah.
And then Critter, I reckon too, because Critter's
He's
getting
good at that shit.
he's getting chirpy too. So
He's fucking real good at that shit.
yeah. But do you want me to go through the team? So
Let's
we
go.
got Ponga, Coates, Robert Toya. Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Love that.
Congrats, mate.
Hamiso, Val Holmes, Cam Munster, Cherry Evans, Mo Fodawaker, Harry Grant, Tino, Ruben Cotter, Jeremiah Nanai, Paddy Carrigan, Tom Dearden, Lindsay Collins, Beau Famore, Trent Liero, and then we've got Kurt Mann, Jesse Arthurs, and fuck, did he say his name?
Finny Fuiaki.
Finny Fuiaki, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't say his first name.
Yeah, impressive squad when you put it on paper like that.
Anything you don't like, Brad, as the Queenslander here?
Look, I can't. I'm not going to say I don't like
questionable.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not going to say I don't like Mo, but I probably would have had Corey Horsburgh in the side over Mo.
Well,
But that's about it.
I thought I was actually going Corey Horsburgh over Lindsay Collins.
Yeah.
Because Mo was it
Mo can
3
turn up,
years ago
yeah.
or 2 years ago?
Back fence
fucking
runs.
absolutely crushed
Yeah.
it for you.
But Lindsay does that shit too, man.
But he gets
in
fucking
Origin.
he gets knocked out every
Yeah.
fucking second game, dude.
I know.
Yeah, but he's big player, big game player.
There's
old
something
Lindsay.
about Origin. He just pops up like
Yeah.
when
Like-
there's a grubber through the back,
He's-
and
he's
you're
like Kurt
what?
Capewell.
Yeah, and he was turning up like Latrell on Sunday, bro. Just like you're like, how the fuck did he get there? He's not even meant to be anywhere near there.
Well, remember when he
know what I mean?
out jumped Teddy?
Yeah, out jump Teddy, bro,
Yeah,
like that
so-
sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
he's a big game guy. I don't
I don't know.
mind it.
Since that game when he did out jump Teddy, I think it was twice he got him in that game. But it's just the fucking KOs, man.
Yeah, well, after that game, he got fucking KO'd twice.
Yeah. So that's why I probably would have had Horsburgh over that. But
So, horse bra.
yeah,
Yeah, bro. Horse bra.
The sort of the guy that I want to touch on in that squad, Rob Toya.
Touch guys.
Yeah. give him a trombone, a rusty one.
yeah.
Okay, get
It's a
going.
rusty one when you end up with a lot of
No,
Shit.
rusty
Rust
trombones,
around
and you
it.
do it when there's dirty bum, bro. You don't.
Yeah,
buy
well,
it.
that's what I was. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it now.
Be
It's
rusty.
a bit of
Be-
A2M.
It'd be rusty.
Is that
but
it?
It'd be rusty, then it'd be polished.
Yeah, bro. Get the brasso out.
Yeah, big Rob Toya getting the call up. Now, I actually had to do some research on this because I was like, 9 games into his NRL season, who else has got an Origin call
10.
up? Like that seems 10.
Yeah.
they had a
He's-
buy.
10. He's played 10 games.
Okay, so 10 games in the NRL. Has there been anyone, gotten a gig a bit sooner? The only other one that I could find was Ben Eichen, who had played 6 games, I believe.
Was that the 95
Four
series?
games.
Benny Eichen, yeah.
Benny Eichen, 4 games, and then tied with Rob Toya is Payne Haas, 10 games.
Yeah, wow. So, there's some pretty big names in Origin to be living up to. And if you think back to Queensland centres over the years, they're pretty loyal to their centres. So we could see one of Queensland's, most capped, experienced. And I don't think that it's really up to him for him to lose because he's 19. He's got he's got everything in front of him.
Yeah.
He's got the right players. And I'm really looking forward to see how he goes in that big Origin arena.
Well, talking about most capped, right? Fucking Dane Gagai played his 300th on the weekend and doesn't make the team.
200 for Newcastle alone, too.
200 for Newcastle.
Wow.
Bro. And, I think rightfully so because Newcastle's been playing like a busted ass and he hasn't been the player of past. You know what I mean? He's not.
But he's
not
33,
he's not grabbing
34?
the game by the balls and taking over or nothing like that.
He can hang with them aggression wise and strength wise. It's just the speed, man. Like the speed was getting him in those last couple of series where he was just getting burnt on the outside by quicker guys. But he can, again, I feel like he could be that guy. But I think putting your trust into Rob Toya, he's got the speed.
The new era, bro.
Yeah, I like
and
it.
he's strong, bro. Fuck, he's strong.
A lot of trust in Billy to do that after 10 games. There's not many people that get the call up. Like I said, I was going through the list. The other one that I could find was Matt Scott, who'd had 14.
Yeah, right.
So,
But do you know, I think was a bit lucky as well to miss out was Kurt Capewell.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dude, he's actually been killing it at the Wars, and how many times has
And
he
he's a
turned...
big ass utility too. You know what I mean?
But dude, he literally played centre for years and years one.
Center, he could play second row.
Fucking
he can
get
play
into
wing.
lock, get into lock if he
play
needs
lock.
to. Like,
I reckon he'd do all right at fullback. He's fucking.
he's he's an absolute weapon. But
I've heard
yeah,
he can fill a hole. Yeah.
yeah, yep. Okay, I knew someone was getting it. But yeah, old Jesse Arthur's a Kiwi.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that's another one too. Like, get him in there over the next couple of years if he keeps performing well. He'll be in the squad, no doubt.
So does this mean he can play for Australia now too?
Yeah.
Even though he plays for the Maori All Stars, that doesn't count.
Same
Only
with-
if he plays
same
for
with
New
Ponga.
Zealand.
Yeah, that's it.
But I don't know. I think Ponga's going to be interesting because what else other options do you have?
I know. Put Hammer back there, like I was saying last pod. Maybe Hammer back there, and then fucking Cobbo into centers or something like that.
Well, with Cobbo out now too, like you fucking
Yeah.
short as fuck on players. But I don't even know if I'd put Hammer back there because he fucking kills it at
In
centre
centre.
defensively. I remember he took it to Tommy that year when we pumped it. He was like
Brimo pledges allegiance to
England.
So
Dude, he'd be
There goes a
spewing.
fullback.
He'd be spewing too because
seeing Rob Toya get a call up, bro.
I'll tell you what, like the way he played on the weekend too.
Yeah.
Fucking man, he might have fucking took. I don't know. He wouldn't have took Ponga's
nah,
spot,
nah.
but he might have got a
kept-
14. I don't know. You know.
yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like that's
He ruled himself out.
it's shit house. But
Was there any more Queensland takes that you want to give? Or
Are we going to go through?
we still got
The
next
ta-
week too, so
Yeah.
We can,
We'll save Queensland for next week or something. But
we went through 'em.
oh yeah, not like we did with
yeah, but we had a bit more controversies like usual.
Yeah, we
What do you
did.
got? Billy talking shit.
yeah.
When
It's
they're
from
like-
the outback.
I
bro.
tried
No,
to
but
stir you
they-
up with Trent
Oh,
Loiero. I got
We're-
nothing.
We're
so.
still
They try-
Queenslanders,
No, he tried. They almost got him with that today. Did you see that little presser?
Huh?
And they're like, so you don't have many players from the Broncos. Normally, there's been years before when you've had 11 Broncos playing in there. And he goes, yeah, we've got Queenslanders all over the comp, mate. Like, just like, and I was like, fucking, everyone's just like, say the line. Like,
But yeah, no, I think it. Like you were saying earlier, Ben, it's going to be closer than we thought.
Yeah,
You know what I
initially.
mean?
Yeah.
You look at that lineup, I think it's great.
Oh.
I think it's a blessing that Tom Gilbert got injured. God rest his soul, R.I.P. But
Same with Gerbo.
yeah, Gervo. Do you think he would have been selected?
did they?
You see him on the song?
Yeah.
Did he go? Oh, he looked fucked up, bro. When he first came
I almost
out,
started crying, bro.
If
I'm
he
not-
didn't
I'm in
get
my feels
KO'd, do you
lately.
think he gets in?
uh,
He's your captain. Do you just drop your captain?
I didn't have him in my team.
no, I don't think so. Like, I think he's past Origin. Like, he's still playing okay for Manly, but I think he's past.
I think if your captain can play though, they have to rule themselves out.
But you think-
otherwise it seems a little bit
I feel
disrespectful.
like he did that. I feel like he did that on purpose as like
he got himself KO'd.
Yeah, an honorary thing. It's just like, boys, I'm going to take one for the team this weekend. Laurie, just tell the boys good luck.
Yeah.
I'll see you on the other
I'm
side.
going to do what the Trebojeviches do and take a couple of weeks off. Bye.
But think
Jeremiah
about the retirement, like the send off for him. If that's his last Origin last year, he's the captain of the team that can't win a decider in Suncorp.
Yeah.
So I think there's only 2 other players that have been the captain and been able to do that.
Something
right.
tells me
Danny
though.
Medeiros and I can't remember who the other one was.
Something tells me Jakey not a big ego guy. So
Nah, fuck no.
wouldn't hurt him. You know, like it is what. Maybe it's not as fucking storybook as Nathan Cleary's career or whatnot.
He's still gathering his
But-
thoughts anyway.
Dude, I reckon winning a bloody unwinnable series like 1 down in Suncorp is a fucking great send off for him. You don't think?
Unwinnable. Oh,
Like last
because
year?
he couldn't win it anyway.
No,
Oh,
like
the
we don't
Queensland
win deciders in Suncorp. It
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
never happens, and he's one of 3 captains that can
To
say
actually-
that they've done it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I meant.
Like that's a
Yeah.
great send off for him,
Yeah,
bro. You
yeah.
know?
Hang your head on that.
Yeah, and
Time for the
I
next
feel
one.
like he would be the first person too to tell you that he's not up to up to it.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
if there's
he
other
would
players,
understand why he wouldn't get selected.
Yeah, I think so. Too nice a bloke.
Sorry to go back to the Blues there.
No, that's all right. I was going to say, while we're on Origin, the women.
I was just about to say
Yeah.
the exact same thing.
Yeah,
while we're on to Origin, let's steer into the girls.
while we're on to New South Wales beating Queensland.
Mate, so good.
Yeah.
Now we got the whitewash.
Yeah, I know, Benny, you probably didn't watch a second of it.
Did you not see my clip? I clipped up your girl Jamie Chapman, bro, running in slow mo.
I thought Charlotte did that.
The gazelle.
You know why I clipped it up, eh?
Yeah, because she's a good football player.
Yeah,
Great
'cause she's an
football, great
absolute
runner.
weapon.
Yeah.
She is though. Far out. And what's the
Do you think
dummy?
she's the best? Would you say she's the best in comp?
Didn't she win Dally M last year?
Deli Dub?
No,
Oh,
I
is that
think
Kerr-
Shannon Marto.
And
won
didn't
it.
they share it?
Oh,
Her and,
possibly.
Koenig.
I'm not going to pretend like I follow the women's
Yeah,
league.
And
Actually,
Koenig
you're
didn't,
right.
Koenig didn't get picked in the Australian side after she won the Dally M
Yeah.
and won the comp.
Yeah,
But what I will say is
Right.
that it's one of the first fucking NRLW matches that I've watched this year, and the level that it's at now is very fucking watchable.
That's, that's only
you're
the
on
second
board,
one.
bro. You're on
so
board.
good, yeah. Mate, it's more exciting than the Q Cup in my eyes. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
heaps.
more.
Yeah.
How's
Again,
the hits, bro?
bro? And not one unfit chick on the field. That's what I love.
Yeah.
You know, 5 years ago, you used
Yeah.
to see a few birds, and you'd be like, Jesus.
Even
like,
Ellie Johnston,
you know,
she's
hands
a
on
big
knees
girl.
type
She's a big
shit.
girl,
But
bro.
fuck,
she
she
can
can
run.
go, yeah.
She got a motor on her. Eh?
Yeah.
You're
If they're
like,
big, they're like they're
It's like watching Blake Laurie out there, bro.
Yeah,
It's like,
dude.
how is he still going? No.
Yeah. But what's the dummy
Jesse
half?
Southwell, the halfback for
weapon.
New South
Kills it,
Wales.
bro.
Holy.
I think she's only 19.
Yeah.
Or
Dude,
20.
and Joey
and it's her
Frosser, bro.
and I think it's her 3rd year in Origin.
love it.
Yeah, Joey Frosser, bro. He
Yeah.
loves all her game, bro. He's like,
Yeah,
Oh, she's got a kicking game like him, bro.
Yeah.
Like she's like the female version.
Yeah, wait till that's what they need to develop is their goal kicking. You know what I mean? Because once they get that down pat, then I think it's like a nobody has
Level.
anything to complain about.
I agree.
And I
Yeah.
think we complained about it after game 1.
Yeah,
Fucking just play 80 minutes.
just do it, man.
Do you think the fucking extra 10 these girls aren't going to want to play? Like,
Right, that's
And-
where
but
that's
you-
where
you-
the magic happens when in that extra.
It's not
10
just
minutes.
10, it's 5 minutes each half.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not 10 minutes, it's 5 each half, which
Yeah.
that's
Well,
fuck all.
two fives are 10, but anyway.
Yeah.
Quick
but-
math.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but when you
No,
say 10, it makes
yeah.
it sound like a lot less. When
Yeah.
when you
Sounds
put
like
it
a
on
block.
either side of
Yeah.
the
But
half,
see, but
it's
like because you have to watch it on Channel 9, they do their clock up to 80
And
or
then count
70.
back.
and then go
No,
down.
they go up.
Oh,
So
all the way.
yeah, so Fox counts down.
Yeah.
But dude, watching it when you're like, oh fuck yeah, I got 10 minutes here, just need one more try scorer, and
Yeah,
then
and it finishes.
and you're like, oh what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like still, I knew it was coming. It still threw me off.
Yeah, me too.
Well, when I say that the women's game is in such a great place, again, the players are doing their part. In my opinion, the fucking NRL aren't doing enough to showcase these women because I didn't even know the game was on.
Oh, didn't you?
Didn't you?
Bro, I was sitting, would you believe? I'm sitting there on Thursday and I'm like,
I wonder if Desperate Housewives.
no, I'm
is
waiting
on.
for the eel. I think it was Eels and some like
Eels
the
and
first
Knights.
game, yeah, Eels Knights. And I'm waiting and I'm like, it's like 8:30. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's still not on. Oh, I'm going to go to bed. And then, when I went to go actually put it on, I'm like, it's almost like 9 o'clock at this stage. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's still not on. Double checked and I'm like, oh my god, the fucking women's Origin's on, and it's on Channel 9. So I flicked it on. I saw the Chapman try in the last sort of 15-20 minutes and saw them put Queensland to bed.
Such a good game,
Essentially.
bro.
That try of hers, like, because it was so wet. That stadium's fucked, by the way.
How much money they spent on the dog, and they can't get it to drain.
Yeah,
Suncorp looked
were
fucked
they
over the
saying
weekend too.
$800 million, bro? That's
Yeah,
what
it's
they
Allianz where they play. Is it Allianz?
Yeah, it was
Allianz?
Allianz. $800 million, bro, and they can't get a fucking aerator down there to fucking
Oh,
get
dude,
the
it needs
soil
a fucking air rate, bro. They got to pull the
Holy
old cunt
shit.
out and redo the drainage, bro. Like it shouldn't be
Yeah.
like that. Like it was like that. Was it last year? And they had that Roosters game. And it
Yes.
looked like they're in Step Up 2, dancing in the water.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's why Benny put that fucking song on there. Boom, boom, boom. You know, the fucking, was it Step Up 2? Is that the song?
Yeah. No, it's Timberland. It's called Bounce.
Yeah, that's the
but
one.
it's off Step Up. Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, we're all-
Shout out
we're
to
all
Moose,
over it.
by the way, from Step Up.
I actually, no, to be fair, I actually put on Creedence Clearwater.
Oh, yeah.
It was Have You Ever Seen the Rain?
Yeah.
I did the same one with Jamie Chapman's too, but I put Doja Cat on the TikTok one.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Paint the town red.
Yeah. After our Met Gala comments. Boys, we'll move on into a couple of the headlines. I don't think we have time to recap every single game, but I'll read through the headlines that I've got and you can bounce off them as well. But Mark Noah, who wants to...
Nawanga Nitawase.
You go?
No, I can't do it.
Do it. Give it a crack.
What is it? Say it again, Brad.
Nawanga.
Nawanga Nitawase.
That's it.
Yeah, that's good.
There you go.
Nawanga Nitawase.
Yeah, you're all over it.
See, I'm not a reader. I hear it and I can get it after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
difficulties.
possibly the try and the bomb of the year within 2 plays.
I know.
Would you believe it again? I went to sleep on Friday night. I was like, I'm not going to miss anything. And I wake up and I see this try and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
So I went straight downstairs when I woke up, jumped on KO, fast forwarded it straight to the highlight reel, posted it, and then everyone starts commenting afterwards, oh, posters fucking drop ball. And I was
really?
like, oh, so I didn't even realise it at the time. But yeah. I guess an underwhelming try. It lasted only a couple of minutes for him specifically, but it did linger over the entire weekend.
He had like 3 or 4 bad drops from high balls in that game.
Dude, he still got
But he
60
also
up.
80 minutes of footy.
he also did all the work to keep them in the game. So
And like the skill that he showed to stay in the field of play on one foot to bunny hop down the sideline and kick it with the bunny hopping foot.
I know, right?
That's
That's
one
some
of
skill, bro.
I'm
You
thinking,
know what's crazy? I was watching rugby union highlights and it was like lower grades, I think, or another country done almost the exact same thing. It
Really?
wasn't a chip though, it was a grubber.
Yeah,
but
okay.
ran out, came back in, scored the try. It's like they teach that in rugby union.
second nature in
Yeah.
union.
But
That's why he wasn't that surprised.
Yeah.
That everyone everyone was.
He's like, oh, you guys don't do this? Oh.
It's the first time you've ever seen this.
Yeah.
But it was actually like a weekend of try the year contenders
a
to
couple
me.
more.
So I wrote down 4. So I had Coates, Marky Mark, Little, and Appy. Did you see? You know how we've been frothing over our 4K camera views from the back, Ben, like
Yeah,
back
mate.
fence. So they did one for Coates of his bro.
Oh, so,
I
Yeah.
have to turn it down.
oh,
turn it down.
so now they're finally putting music
Look
on
at this,
them.
bro, all the way over him.
Interesting.
They've
Yeah. Boss.
Sick.
bro, they've basically taken what we do
And using 4K.
and using 4K and
They've seen the trends.
not getting copyrighted for using
But they were,
Fox
like the
League's,
commentators are
They
going
don't
nuts,
last a
bro,
chance
too.
copywriting me.
They're like, oh, they saved that for the MCG, don't they? It's like, oh, fucking chill
Yeah.
out, bro. They're like, and then he's like, oh, actually, my AFL mates just text me.
Oh yeah, so that.
It's already locked in for Mark of the Year. I'm like, okay, let's fucking calm down,
Come
mate.
on, boys.
Fucking hell.
That's
But
right.
old fucking hogged up Little,
Servo.
That was a weapon. Eh?
Biggle.
Yeah. Hoggle.
Hoggle, yeah.
Jacob Hoggle.
His try, bro, fucking little old Goosey, bro, like we
Yeah.
already talked about, gun. And then Appy, bro, he did pretty much the same
Twice.
try, 70 metres.
Yeah.
Puts Latrell on ice skates. And Latrell was looking at him and like they got him under the goalpost. He's like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got me, bro.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
actually
yeah.
posted a story and captioned it, Appy got me good or
Oh,
something.
did he?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
so good,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
So I was watching that game with Anna, my partner, who's a diehard Tigers, right? And she's like, the whole game, she's just like, where did he come from, Latrell? Where did he come from? No, he wasn't even in the screen or like he was anywhere and he just appears and just fucking does the... She's just going off about it and I'm like, welcome to the Latrell haters club. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is why everyone hates him. Like it's why I love him.
This is mid-season
But, yeah,
Trell.
Yeah, this is it. Like you're witnessing fucking what everyone else feels right now.
The South jersey.
Anyone that's-
South jersey
that's-
doesn't help
yeah.
though.
That's why when
Anyone that's not in a South jersey.
yeah. That's why my old man hates him. That's why when I went and watched him at Seabus last year, they were fucking.
what I like
there's
about
two dudes
Trell-
behind me just going, "Oh fuck!" Every time he touched the ball, fuck, I hate that wanker. You know what I mean?
What I like about Trell is that he might come out with some pretty, outrage. Like he's had some, I could say some scandals, but he shuts down those scandals with his plays, with his performances
Yeah,
that he
still a weapon.
carries
when
out.
he turns up.
Well, again, like he's probably all it takes is for him to have 3 games, and we're already talking about him again.
Yeah.
Whereas, like in
But you
previous
know what?
seasons,
Yeah,
he could do some shit, or
So is that what he's played? 3 games this season? 3 or 4?
pretty sure he's come back.
I think 3.
Yeah, it might be 3.
Anyway, he's in those 3 games. He's featured, right? He's like
got
maybe the old Trell where he goes missing for a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe that Trell's gone.
You think it's Uncle
mature,
Wayne?
mature.
Yeah. Oh, 100% has to be Uncle Wayne. But I think that maybe, and who was the worst, and he played for Rabbitohs, was the worst for it, was Greg Inglis. He'd go missing. Just he'd go out there and he'd just be fart-assing around out the back, fucking doing fuck all, He saved the tries that he needed to and all that sort of stuff, but wouldn't inject himself when you're
Needed
like,
him
fuck,
to.
we need a GI right now. You know what I mean? And Latrell has had that in his game, but I don't know. 3 games in, he's been featuring every game. Maybe we're seeing the real slim Trelly.
Does now on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does he scare you for Origin?
Oh, he's an 8. Yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure Toya's up against him too.
he's an 8. I like Toya. He's a big body, can defend.
Do you think he'll rise? I reckon he'll rise to the challenge.
You know what
he's
I
gonna make
think?
a little battle.
You know what I think Trell's doing? I don't think Trell's scoring tries. I think he's bringing Toya in.
Yeah,
And he's
setting him up.
manhandling, and if it's Val outside him, he's bringing Val in, and then whoever's outside Trell, here's the ball, bro.
Bro,
See ya.
you know Val's coming in every time.
Yeah.
he fucking
He loves
loves
it.
He loves coming in and missing
Yeah.
missing his opposing winger. Cunt.
So
It's almost his play of the game, bro.
yeah, so and that's why they work. So that's why Trell and Tommy Turbo work so well together because they're both tackle breakers.
But him and Critter though, they got a good little thing too. I
Bro,
reckon.
Critter, man, Critter scares me more than Trell, to be honest.
Well, he loves a big play. He loves a
Yeah.
big moment.
And he's got that, I don't know, he's just a bit better with the lateral movement. He's more slick than Trell. Trell
Yeah.
busts through.
I hope he
Critter,
hope he
Critter
talks
goes
some shit,
side
bro.
to side. See you later. Here's the ball.
Yeah.
Bye-byes.
Is that
Yeah.
yeah? Boys, the next one that I've got
just
for
have to speed him up there.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to get stuck on Critter again for another fucking 10 minutes. But one of the ones that I had was going back to the Roosters game. Obviously, Spencer Leniu had a lot to prove on the weekend. You could argue that his jersey was up for fucking grabs, and he comes out and absolutely fucking trucks Max King on the first tackle, back fence. And then the next play, I don't know what happened, but surely enough, the next kickoff, he does it again and absolutely knocks out my bro, Saluka Fafita, who I used to play reserve grade in Oxenford almost years against.
Hammered Saluka Fafita,
Bro,
bro.
absolutely sent him.
I think Spencer's
And then
quads,
still was just like, yeah, bro.
I think Spencer's quads have doubled, maybe even tripled in size in like this season.
Bro, they're like
I
the
love
same
it.
size. They're like the same size as my waist, bro.
Yeah, dude. I don't like. He wasn't that big at the start of the season. I'll drug test that man.
Yeah,
drug test
That's a
that
good
man.
point. I'm going to go as far as to say he's my favorite front rower in the game at the moment.
yeah?
Because
You
just
know
the
he's gonna
way
bring
that
the fire too.
Yeah. And
That's
like,
it, bro.
I'm not saying that he's the best front row in the game. I'm not saying that he's got all the skills, but he's my favorite one to watch.
He's the
I
most
always know him.
spectacular.
100%.
Yeah,
And
he's
you're
bringing
gonna,
that entertainment, bro.
Yeah. When he's on, he's fucking. You do not want to miss a minute. You don't
Yeah.
even want to blink. That
Does he?
would
Does he
happen.
beat Backfence Brown for you?
Oh, easily.
Yeah, sick.
Easily. Yeah. I mean, I love Brownie, but
Spence off the back fence.
Spence is the 20-year-old version of back fence Brownie, and I don't think even just seeing the way that he's developing, I don't think he's going to get. I think he's only going to get better. I think he's going to get more hungry, more fucking, got more mongrel in him.
Yeah.
And we'll see that over the next sort of 10 years.
Well, I'm going to throw it out there now. Put this on wax. Mo Fotuaika is going to put a big fucking shot on Spencer. He's going to sit him on his ass.
You reckon they're going to be on the same time?
That'd be a good run at straight.
He's gonna sit Spenny on his ass.
I reckon
bro.
Spencer's going to sit Mo because he'll be fucking tired.
If Mo's running the ball, yeah.
I reckon he'll wreck him. I reckon even if Spencer has the ball, I reckon
Mo didn't miss any tackles either. I think he played fucking 50 minutes and 53 tackles or something. None missed, bro. And you've seen him sit cunts.
Yeah.
He just appears out of nowhere in defense. Bang.
If it's Lindsay Collins, he's going to the hospital bay. HIA.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, Spencer's probably knocked him out in training a few times.
Oh, wouldn't he? Yeah. Dude. Like if you like get down like you don't realize who got the ball and then you like down low for a tackle and last thing you see is a big bloody Samoan thigh.
Yeah.
You just wake up, you're like, fuck, does he get hit with a tree, cunt? Like
I'll tell you what, having Queensland having Mo and Tino in the front, like those boys can tackle. They'll tackle all day, right? And if you're not watching your blind side, if you're not watching left and right, one or the other is going to fucking sit you if you're running straight through the guts.
it's going to be so good. I'm so excited.
Oh man,
First hit up. I wish it was
I want to
next
see
week.
first hit up right fucking now, man. Let's go.
Give him a jersey. We'll do our own run it straight.
It's giving me goosebumps already.
The next headline that I've got, watching the game on the Broncos yesterday, and we're all sitting around, and I'm watching it with my wife on the couch. She hasn't put her phone down the entire game. You know, she's just scrolling on TikTok. You know, I prefer that. You know, I don't need to be talked to when I'm watching the footy. Anyway, it comes down to the last few plays of the game. Jesse Arces.
Oh, yeah.
Gets a fucking Dax out, bro. End up mooning the entire nation.
Almost seeing his back wheels, too. When they turned that camera around and went from the
they
side.
got from the back version.
Oh.
I was waiting for her on the edge of my seat, bro. Mrs. dropped the phone. She fucking watched all 3 slow-mos on 4K Ultra.
Yeah. Where's that on fucking Instagram?
She asked me to actually pause the screen on that back shot.
Fuck, yeah, I dead set when they turned. I was like, I said, I reckon his fucking wheels will come out here. And he turned, like, when they turned the camera around, I'm like, surely they're not. And I was like, oh.
Fuck, it was the closest thing I've ever seen to it.
Oh.
There's been some good ones. There was actually one, bro, you'll love this one, right? So
Wait, was that Gutho that did it? That held onto his pants? I think it was.
I'm going to have to go back and clip it anyway for the pod.
Dude, Gutho has had a shitload of fucking dackings, bro.
Yeah, he's classic for it.
Good on him for holding on, like, to let someone get there for a tackle. But, bro, Gutho got a little bit of a fucking back wheel fetish, bro, because he's always hanging off the back.
You know who copped it bad I think it was last week, Tino. He ended up getting dacked by a Raider. Yeah. And fucking Tino ended up sitting on his head, bro. So he's got his ass out and he's pulled him onto his own head. So... notice that one. But yeah, there's two in 2 weeks.
Talking about Jesse Arces, is that what you called him earlier?
Arces, yeah.
I like that, bro. That's really good. Bro, I haven't seen a smoother ass in the NRL. Hey,
that was
I know everyone's getting hot for him on our TikTok and that, man. Like. If we're
not the only ones having frosty tips.
Yeah,
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
I think we had overflowing tips after we saw that on the weekend.
Yeah.
Charlotte's just like, Ben, can we go upstairs?
Yeah.
Why? We got a baby to make, remember? What? After seeing Jesse Arces?
Yeah, and then she asked me to print out a photo of Jesse's mugshot and hold it in front of my face.
Yeah. You know the big
tape it to my head, bro, and I'm like this on the inside.
Yeah. You know the big head signs?
Yeah.
They take to the games.
Yeah.
You
just
can't
wear that.
She just asked me to put that straight in her.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Fuck me, God.
All right. I guess since we're on this sort of stuff, not necessarily a headline from the games on the weekend, but the Perth Bears.
Oh, yes.
The Perth Bears or the Bears Perth?
Bears, yeah.
It depends which one we're talking about.
Where you want to book in at.
I just thought that it was absolutely hilarious. There was some eager some Perth Bear supporters that the club's not even created yet, but they thought that they were going to be the first inaugural members that they started applying early.
Yeah.
They fucking got some...
Did you see the interview with old mate?
Yeah, I've got...
And he's just like...
Did you see the interview?
No, I didn't. But I was just going to maybe explain what we're talking about.
Well,
Okay.
Or does that
this
video
was-
explain
this
it?
video does
All
it,
right,
yeah.
good.
This
Let's
is
do
the
that.
interview.
Great mix-up. I love this story. The rugby league club going to WA is called the Perth Bears, but there is a gay social club in WA called Bears Perth, and they're saying, hey, we don't want any mix-ups. We are not associated with the newly announced NRL club called the Perth Bears. Please do not sign up for membership here if you're trying to join the rugby league club. Kingsley Dawes is the president of Bears Perth.
Hello, Ben. How you going, mate?
Puts on this real masculine voice.
I don't know, mate. I don't know
that's how
whether you're
Bears-
joking
Bears, bro.
or whether
Yeah.
you're serious, but I just love it.
It's been weird because we got like 15 or 20 membership applicants from out of state, which we hardly ever get stuff from out of state,
There we
right?
go.
So we got all these memberships, and then we had to call them up and say, you do realise we are not the rugby club. Our clubhouse is next door to HBF Park.
So if you wanted to, you could go and watch the Perth Bears, and then you could drop into the Bears Perth on the way home.
Yep. And look, we'd be happy to have visitors, you know. We
bet you
welcome
would.
everybody.
You've got another ad online for the Bears big pool party. Imagine getting some of the rugby league players to drop in for a
You
dip.
got to go.
Well, yes. Feel free to give any of them my phone number, and we can sort that out.
Okay, now what's the chances that Toby Rudolph signs with the Bears Perth? I mean, the Perth Bears.
Well, no. What's the chances he signs with Bears Perth and then signs with Perth Bears?
signs with the Bears Perth first?
Yeah. What if all these players are accidentally getting, Bear Perth
Yeah.
contracts?
Who's the other? Ian Robertson?
Yeah.
Was he? Yeah.
Manly great.
He might
Michael
head over there
Robertson.
as well.
No, Ian.
The fuck's Ian Robertson? I don't know any Ian Robertson.
First openly gay football player, played for Manly for many years.
And you would never, I'm
What
telling
a
you, he was
fucking
a
ironic team to play for.
Dude,
Bro,
he's probably one
I'm
of the
telling
he's
ya,
probably one of the hardest
you would
bastards,
not
bro.
you would not get in his face.
Like, if he
eh?
says he wants to suck your dick, you let him suck.
Yeah, 100%. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an actor now. He was in Underbelly.
is he?
He was in Underbelly, The Golden Mile.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
I
and
wish I
think,
knew that in 2008.
and I think he was in.
That's
what's
when
the other one?
Underbelly came out too.
Missed In Between. He's in
right.
that as well.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Who is he? That's my favorite TV
He's not
show.
Frank. Yeah.
Is that
No,
his
it's not
brother?
Frank. No.
What? No, he's
Frank.
not. The...
Can I search this up?
Yeah, look him up.
I want to see who it is.
This guy, I wouldn't have followed Manly if I knew that. Fucking hell.
That was jeez, you're a
You used to got Alloy, eh, bro? What are you talking about?
and the Pride jersey. He actually came in and did it. He was the one talking about it and that after all that happened
Oh, was
too.
he?
Yeah, because he was
LOA.
like, no,
Oh, Ian
Ian
Robertson.
Roberts
Yeah.
was. Yeah,
I don't remember him from Mr. In Between.
yeah. He's one of the. He's like he's only plays a small role.
Well, if you didn't know who he was, yeah. Of course you're not gonna.
Oh, nah.
Give us a look at the pictures you got.
Oh, Ian Roberts. Jesus Christ.
What?
There's a fucking pipes on him. Not that pipe.
Not that pipe?
The fucking arms on the cunt, bro. I thought
Dude, he was a fucking
wasn't-
psychopath. You would
Yeah.
never pick it.
Yeah,
Nah,
okay.
he was fucking insane.
Oh no, I can see he's a bit of a psycho. Look,
Yeah,
at, that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Holy cunt.
That's
he'd
hot.
have to
That's
be.
hot. No, you're talking about that bottom one with the shirt off, bro?
He'd have to be in his 60s, I reckon.
Look at him. Fucking
that's-
Jesus.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ, cunt.
Just course.
Oh, I've got to clear my search history now. The last one that I've got
Or
for
add it to your favourites. Yeah.
bookmark it. The last one that I've got was Bleach Dad's Fish.
Oh, yeah.
The
goatee.
the
and
bleach.
and the ratty.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was a bit outrageous, and then it started to look more like aura by the end of it.
Oh, you
Are
like
you gonna
it.
do it?
I was actually going to come in today with some hairspray and fucking
No,
do
no.
the ranger shit.
No,
Well,
no.
when you did the Trump outfit, you
Yeah, yeah,
maybe,
I
I think you
well,
gave
that's what
Fish
I was
the
like.
idea.
I think
bro.
you actually bleach it, bro.
No, I'm not going
Oh,
that
you
far,
do
cunt.
you do your goatee and I'll do the Halasima,
You
bro.
do the
and-
Halasima.
yeah,
I'll do
and
that.
you do
Yeah,
the
I'll do
fish.
it if you do the Halasima.
Yeah?
Only for a week.
Okay.
But you got to bleach it, but you just shave it off. It goes
And you-
straight.
Yeah.
You can do
You
don't
do
know,
braids.
Yeah, I
or,
can get
or
braids.
Pappy.
Cornrows.
Oh, Pappy's just growing his out now. I feel like I don't know. I liked him platinum. But his hair must grow quick because I feel like it was only like 3 weeks ago. His hair was like full platinum. Now it's like sandy brown.
I know, eh?
But apparently the rumor is that they've got a rule at the Warriors training that if you're late to training, you got to bleach your hair.
Well, that's why everyone was doing it during COVID. Remember, Happy, Kick Out.
Is that? But yeah, okay.
That was like a punishment thing while they were all staying at the complex. That's why it took
they
off.
all call it a punishment. They're all sitting there like, "Can you do me next?
Yeah,
Can,
like-
can you do my rats? Can you do my ratty, please?"
Like Jamin Salmon. Oh no, I got punished. I goes, I'll pay a $200 fine or pay $300 to get your hair dyed.
Yeah. They're like, he's like, "No, I'll get my bleached hair," and they go, "Yeah, you know, we're not paying for it, cunt." He's like, "Oh yeah, no, I was going to do it anyway."
It's a work punishment.
Got any
bro.
purple shampoo?
Get that back on tax.
The thing that cracks me up, I would never say this to Fisher Harris's face. The thing that cracked me up is that they weren't even the same color. It's like they ran out of purple
really?
shampoo, bro. Brady was Ranger, and this was like over bleached. It was like almost grey.
Well, it's probably because the hair's probably a bit darker.
It's different, yeah. So they did the same thing, but again, yeah.
All right, so we've got a salon date, Benny. You're going
Can
to
we,
do the beard, and I'm going to do the Halasima.
There's got to be some sort of bet, maybe the origin.
Can we clip that?
Oh,
up?
what,
Can we
one or
clip
the
that
other?
up that you would
No,
say
because
that
I'm
to
going to
Fisher's
fucking
face?
lose.
You can clip it up. I'm not spending the time doing it.
No, I'm not going. I'm not going
I'm not going to hold myself accountable. Fuck you.
Fuck that. No, I'll put all these animations and shit on all in front of it. I'll get carried away.
Just edit. Just like, oh, I'll say it to Fisher's face.
Yeah.
Fucking hair looks like shit.
Yeah. And I will say this to Fisher's face.
Yeah.
All these cuts in between. All right, boys. You got anything else to share from the weekend or any other footy news that we want to speak about? Go Knicks.
No footy.
Knicks.
Knicks first time in 25 years.
Yeah.
It's because you got a former T-Wolf there doing a lot of your hard carries, your work. Big cat man.
You don't go for T-Wolves.
Man.
No,
Yeah.
but Cat was a T-Wolf.
Yeah, I know.
Bro.
But
He learned his
Yeah, but
fundamentals.
he's saying it like former T-Wolf. Like, sorry, you ain't one of them, boy. No, you go for
No,
don't
he
you go,
is.
Don't, yeah,
I'm
but don't,
T-Wolves.
yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, and you threw out Julius Randle.
Yeah,
who's
he
fucking,
loves Ant-Man.
Oh, dude, you were wearing a bloody Hornets hat the other day.
I'm not.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
thought
How
we
does he
picked
know
teams.
this shit?
Yeah, we picked teams like coming into the
Yeah.
finals, but yeah, they're not my number one.
Who's your team?
I've got the most-
I don't support another team ever. I'm fuck all of them.
Yeah, yeah. You
well-
must fucking love the
Was
game.
it this year that I said that that T-Wolves are a dark horse to fucking get in? Or was that last year?
No, last year.
Oh, well. Comment stands. Clip it up. I said that shit, man.
Yeah. Just even put a date over the top of it of last year.
Did you guys? Last thing on the next day. Did you guys see Madison Square Garden after they won?
No.
Dude, there was people everywhere. A guy climbed up on the Madison Square Garden billboard, and he's sitting up the top, and everyone's filming him and shit. And I'm just like, fuck, that's hectic. And then I seen another video like 2 days later. It's like POV, you're the guy who climbed on the Madison Square Garden billboard, and he's just like filming everyone. And everyone's like, fuck Boston. Like, oh, so good. Bro.
Last thing I'll say is State of Origin related. Are you guys keen for the mind games to start? Not we're about the banter and all that. You know what I mean?
There's a flu out at Sanctuary Cove.
Yeah, we're going with the flu game shit.
Oh.
Like, who's gonna start? Like, I think Billy's licking his lips because I don't think
He doesn't have Madge there to fucking bitch him like he did last year.
Yeah, I think Laurie Daly's not that creative.
Well, he would have had
I
Billy
think
would have been
he'll-
playing last time Laurie coached.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Queenslanders are gonna have some fun with Laurie.
I don't think so. I think getting fucking reamed that many times. Yeah, I feel like he's got a fucking iron asshole now. Like nothing getting in there, bro.
Yeah, but
like,
Billy's bringing back. Billy's got that fucking. He's putting that PTSD on him, bro. Hey,
Billy-
remember me, motherfucker?
Yeah, well, yeah, true. But now Billy's got PTSD because last game at Suncorp we won. So
I bet Laurie Daly has given Billy confidence.
so cowardly.
I bet. Well, would you rather Laurie Daly coaching that team that you just named, or would you rather Madge?
Probably Madge, but who else is there now?
Well, that yeah. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah,
if Madge ain't there,
I
no,
still feel like Laurie's going to get the job done though because he's
think,
also got
I
belly
reckon
ache.
John Cartwright would be a good shout. He's in every fucking coach's box every fucking weekend.
Don't be surprised if he's sitting in one of
Yeah,
them.
I won't be. I'm expecting it.
Yeah.
I'll be disappointed if it's not.
Then he'll be watching the game and it'll be like the Leonardo DiCaprio gift.
Yeah.
There he is.
100%. I hope he is now. Yeah, that'd be so good.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys.
I've just got one last quick
yeah,
one,
mate.
and this is for Pricey specifically. I've fucking put this video up about 10 times in the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck them. Let's go Knicks.
I agree.
Nice. Go Wolves.
Knicks in 6.
You jumping on the Knicks too?
Yeah, I might.
Not
as well.
OKC?
Well,
Thunder?
Nah, I don't like OKC. I don't
Shea
like
Gilgeous
fucking-
back.
Dude, he loves a flop, bro. He is notorious.
Mm.
Seen a couple of them. Was it no, not today. The last game, dude. He's fucked, bro. Get out
Yeah,
of here.
and I'm not a Halliburton guy, so let's go
Yeah,
Knicks.
yeah.
Let's go Knicks.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going anyone but the Knicks. I love Halliburton, Ant-Man, Shea Gilgeous.
do
I'm
ya?
a big hype guy, you know, so
Yeah.
just follow the trends.
Bro, we literally got.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Got Mr. Clutch, bro. Clutch Player of the Year.
Come on, bro.
Who?
Oh my god.
Brunson.
Okay.
Oh,
Cut the tape. Let's get out of here.
Cut this shit
Brunson,
off.
you mean the bloke who turned 33 and realised he could play NBA?
33.
Yeah.
He's like 25.
Yeah,
But
25 years too late.
That's the guy who turned it on late.
Yeah.
Look at me go.
When was his rookie year?
Fuck's no.
Brunson.
He was at the Mavericks, so I couldn't give a shit.
Right, I'm telling you, it was like 13, 14, something like that.
No, okay. I can't look it up anymore.
No, not 14.
Brunson. Maybe
17? No. Yeah.
he does look young, but I'm sure he's been in the NBA for 8, and he's never kicked anywhere else. But obviously, the last couple
Well,
of
he was
seasons,
behind
Knicks.
18, 19. So you're close.
Oh yeah, 18, 19.
18, 19.
Yeah, it's
I
like
mean,
13,
he got
14.
drafted with
It's pretty close.
Well, we're now in 20, 25, 26.
Yeah, this is only 6 years. It's like
And to
normal
be fair, he's
development.
gotten a rap the last 3 years, I'd say. So
Yeah, well, he's fucking dragged Knicks from the
Been doing
fucking
well.
depths, hasn't he?
Been doing well, though, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
alrighty,
excited.
Cut
that'll
this shit
send
off.
us.
Yep.
Cut this shit off.
Go Blues.
Later, Bolt.
Fuck the Blues. Queenslander!
Oh, no.
Sadie.
Billy Moore's here.